Okay, I think it's finally time to get on with this job.
Then let's head to the castle.
Yes, indeed. Let's head to the castle. Dagran, it's castle, not castle. Unless you're from a particularly posh region.
Lazulis Castle, Count Arganan's abode. The wedding was but 1 month away, and the whole castle was filled with excitement and anticipation. After all, the great houses of Arganan and Rambolt were to be joined in holy matrimony. Such a momentous occasion was the focus of the entire empire.
Wow, would you look at that? Well, I'll tell you, this Arganan chap is no slouch.
Syrenne, stop gawping like an idiot.
The ball is due to start soon. There could be feuding nobles together in the same place. So take care that nothing unfortunate happens.
Sure thing. Syrenne, try not to show off your complete lack of class, eh?
Shut your pie hole! You're a fine one to talk.
A knight.
What's up?
I was just thinking. I've got a long way to go.
Ah, you mean the knights? They're in a different league to us.
People may fear us mercenaries, but they look down on us too.
I'll join them. Someday.
Dream on, mate.
It's no dream. Follow me and I swear I'll make knights out of all of you.
I know you will.
Well, now that we're here, we can do a bit of walking around. So, yay!
You can go take a look around. Knowing the layout of the castle might come in handy. Oh yeah, if you want to go back, show this to the guard at the gate.
So yeah, we can now explore Lazulis Castle and Lazulis City. There are some side quests that we can do in Lazulis Castle, which is what we're going to do now, pretty much.
I last saw Lady Callista when she was a mere slip of a girl. I'm sure she must have grown into a fine young woman. I can't wait to see her.
Now, I have to say, although Syrenne was very impressed by this castle, I think I have seen more impressive sights. But then again, I guess my experience has been slightly marred by where I go to university. So, yeah, because I am now quite used to quite spectacular sights in buildings. It's just wonderful.
He's got to be hiding something.
Also, everyone's kind of hanging around, so you can find them and talk to them.
Lady Callista will be wearing. I'm sorry, milady. I do not know. You don't?
I don't know why, but she sounds very much like Helena Bonham Carter. It's definitely not Helena Bonham Carter. There's no way that they could afford to pay for Helena Bonham Carter.
I'm sorry, but this area is not ready yet.
But either way, it's a bit odd.
Is there any jewel in the world that is beautiful enough to suit me?
Someone's particularly vain today. But yes, we are about to meet a few more of our main cast members who are going to be important throughout the rest of the game. Or at least we will be meeting them as soon as I have stopped being an idiot and have kind of covered all the ground in the castle. Because I think what I'm looking for right now is the library.
Can you tell me what colour dress
But,
Lady Callista will be wearing?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, milady.
I'm being completely blind in this search. Because essentially what you're meant to do is, it's upstairs. Pretty much all the rooms you're going to want to be on. are upstairs, but it's to the right and not to the left.
They keep such elegant maids in this castle. Your hair's all pretty too.
Oh, stop it. You'll make me blush.
And there's Lowell chatting it up with the ladies, as you'd expect. But also, we have a library, and it is wonderful. I like this library a lot. I like libraries in general, as you may have realised at this point. No, can't ask me anything.
The Art of Magic?
Yes.
I really need that book. Would you trade it for another one of mine? I've got this book called Rules of Nobility, but it's really not for me. So, how about it? Let's trade.
So yeah, this is the next step in the trading sequence.
Thanks so much. Now I can finish my assignment. Thank goodness. Here's the book I promised. My teacher said it's
pretty
the
much,
best guide there is to getting places in high society.
Don't think it'd be quite that good.
Me, I'm not interested in that stuff. But I bet there are plenty of people who are. Right, I'd better study. Let's see. Chapter 1. The Nature of Magical Energy.
To be perfectly honest, I should be studying right now, but that's not happening.
This is such a beautiful collection. I wish I could read every one.
As do I, Mirania.
Mercenary, though.
But yes, I love this library. Look at all the books, even though I'm pretty sure that they are just repeating the same bookshelf texture in every alternate bookshelf. Yeah, I've developed a real kind of love for old books and old book styles. I guess there's something just kind of being around them just makes me really interested in reading them. I love books, so kind of obvious.
They keep such
I think it's also one of the reasons why I like. Well, it's not one of the reasons why I like video games so much. But
they keep such elegant.
The creativity of books and the stories that they tell, kind of, it is part of the reason why I also love video games, because it's the stories, it's the worlds that they create.
Is that one of your friends bellowing in the courtyard?
Oh God!
Can't you do something? I can't leave my post.
But yeah, it's the worlds that they create and the fact that you can just escape into them, and that's why I love literature and games and even music, to be honest.
It's starting, mate. You want to say that to my face?
Come on then! Say it again if you're hard enough! I heard the way you said mercenary just now.
And? That is what you are, is it not?
I'm saying I can't stand your holier-than-thou attitude.
Your delightful manners are just what one would expect from a mercenary.
Oh, you really want your ass kicked, don't you? Then bring it!
Stay your blade.
General Astar.
You want some as well, you old git?
Lady Mercenary, I apologize to you for my pupil's behavior. However, this is causing quite a spectacle. So would you humor me and leave your weapon sheathed?
Sure, whatever. You've killed the mood now anyway. And I've got better things to do.
A minor crisis averted? This day is a joyous one. We ought to enjoy it. Sir Therius, what were you thinking? No one would believe you were a knight if they saw you behave in such a manner.
General.
The public expects us to act with decorum at all times. To betray that trust is a great dishonor.
My sincere apologies.
Raise your head, Therius. No need to look so depressed.
My apologies, General.
You know, I just paid a visit to the castle barracks.
I see. Your thoughts, General?
Lazulis Island is too peaceful. The result? Knights who forget their swords. They think not of their duty, but only of themselves.
I agree, General. The knights I see here are totally devoid of aspirations. Indeed, the mercenary we just met seemed much more adept as a swordsman.
Quite. Therius, I am thinking of training another knight here.
You wish to take on a new pupil?
Is that worry I hear? Fear not. I doubt anyone could surpass you. Therius, I feel that the cloying peace of this island hides something darker. If there is anywhere that requires honorable knights, is it not this island?
Agreed. With each day that goes by, more pain is caused throughout the Empire by the land's decay. And this island is a key location. So having a knight here who the people can trust could ensure peace throughout the entire Empire.
Indeed. So Therius, when that time comes, you must work together with that person.
Yes, General. It will be as you wish.
Therius, it's just you and me. No need to be so formal.
As you command.
Therius, I just said not to... No. No wonder you're not a hit with the ladies.
Okay, so right there we had two really quite important characters who you are definitely going to want to remember. Really important, so do remember them.
With some right creeps.
Yes, well, those creeps are General Astar and Sir Therius. So Sir Therius is voiced by Daniel Kirshen, I believe, who also voiced Laszlo in Fable 3. He did some voices in Dragon Age 2, and he was also Avenger in Dante's Inferno. If you want a little fact about Daniel Kirshen, he studied Spanish and Russian at the University of Cambridge. So where I am. Yay! It's quite nice to see a fellow Cantab in this game.
Gate leads to the cannons that protect us against attack from the sea. It's not open to the general public. Well, you've come this far. You can have this.
Yay! We get a gnome copper, which is very helpful because you do need it for upgrading. Now, General Astar is voiced by Tom Goodman Hill. He's been in quite a few things, although whether you would recognise him is a different matter altogether.
Her voice in the castle like that.
Okay, chilled up.
Uncouth woman raised her hand to that knight. How she faltered when she saw General Astar's magnificent form.
Interesting way of phrasing it. Anyway, he was, I believe, Mr. Grove in the TV series Mr. Selfridge. He voiced Dr. Peter Knight in Zombie U. He was Tim in Dead Boss. He also did Sir Stephen Scroop in the Hollow Crown version of Richard II.
This is known as the Forbidden Gate.
Other stuff as well, but we've got the Forbidden Gate, which is quite interesting.
For generations. You want to know what's behind it? That's a mystery. Nobody's been through the gate to find out.
Interesting.
This is known as the my family.
Okay. I wanted to see if he was going to tell me some other stuff, but he doesn't, which kind of sucks. Either way. Some other things that Tom Goodman Hill has been in. He was Reverend Golightly in the Unicorn and the Wasp episode of Doctor Who. And he also voiced Peter Pettigrew in Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire, the video game. I think he was also in The Prisoner of Azkaban, maybe.
What's the matter? Are you lost? This is my first time here as well. Sometimes I get lost. Hey, Therius.
General, I'm sure one of the servants would guide you if you asked.
It's very true.
And make me look like a fool? Certainly not. So you see, if you're seeking a guide, you might wish to look elsewhere.
Okay, fair enough. Also, he was brought up near Newcastle upon Tyne, so he's a proper Geordie. And he has a BA in drama and English with a teaching qualification, and I believe that's all from the University of Warwick, which is quite cool. We do have two more main characters to run across. Well, technically 3,
By the way, I think
but
done with the preparations. He should
one of
still
them
be on the
is
second floor,
quite
near the
interesting,
top of the stairs.
especially his voice actor in relation to my interests. Yeah. Now, we can continue the story immediately if we wanted to, but there are some little side questy things that we can do before we do that. Because we're not going to get a chance to return to Lazulis City for a while after this. So the first things first is that because we've got that book on nobility, we can give it to someone right here in Castlegate Plaza.
Oh dear.
And generally she will shout you over. Yes, there we go. So we are actually already nearly completed with this trading quest. It's not that long, but you do have to wait a while to be able to completely finish it, which is kind of sucky, but oh well. Now, around town you'll find, I think it's about 3 people. There might be a 4th, but I'll go with 3. Basically, they will ask you to get them items to be able to make things. And you can do this constantly throughout the game. And you'll get rewards for it, like a Light of the Outsider. I'm not going to do them, because it's just slightly annoying, can't be bothered. But it's there if you want it. Also, if you have previously visited an area, then you can go onto the map and quick travel there. It's something that I'm going to start doing a lot more from this point onwards, because you've seen pretty much all of Lazulis City. You don't need to see it all again. Anyway, so we just visited the guy's grandfather who was guarding the gate, so he's just down at the other end of the city. I don't know how you're supposed to figure that out. I guess it's just you just run around a lot and eventually you figure it out. But slightly annoying. So we have 2 final little jobs to do before we can properly move on. And that's find our penultimate step in the trading sequence, who is just upstairs, and also return that foot ointment to the guard. So, it's very, very good. So, Dagran's just there. If you talk to him, you will be put straight into the story, and it's going to last a while before you ever get a chance to return, so just watch out.
Could that possibly be? Come over here for a moment. I have something to ask of you.
My word, so
What
posh.
jewel you bear? Do you not agree that it matches my exquisite beauty and grace to perfection? Would you be so kind as to allow me to have it? In exchange, I will give you a book that I once received from a fervent admirer. It is entitled Zoran's Voyage Log. Do we have a deal?
Sure, why not?
Here you go.
Oh me, oh my, how wonderful. Here is your thanks, as promised. The more I gaze upon this jewel, the more I feel it was made for me alone. And to think that man would trade it for a voyage log. Well, to each his own.
I think she might be slightly doolally. Very, very crazy, methinks. Because, I mean, she was talking to herself. I mean, not like I don't talk to myself, but she was talking to herself whilst we were right next to her, which is the more worrying thing, because I only talk to myself when there's nobody around. Also, I don't really expect a reply, because first sign of manners is talking to yourself, second sign of manners is expecting a reply. Yeah, I really do like the courtyard. It's very pretty. Although I have to say, it gets weird just when you're kind of heading to the Forbidden Gate. It's mostly the lighting. It might just be kind of the settings that I've got it on. But you get this really kind of bizarre
Thank you so much.
lighting
You must
effects.
have met my grandfather.
Indeed.
It's not easy standing in the same place all day long. The ointment really helps. The formula is a family secret. It's the reason we've kept this job for generations. Now I feel I could stand here forever. Here, you can have this as thanks.
So we get a dragon skin, which is quite nice. And it's time to run all the way back to visit Dagran, and we can actually move on with the plot. Because that's what we need to do. We can't kind of keep this going any longer. It's not worth it. There's nothing left for us to do, so plotwards it is. And kind of couldn't come soon enough, to be honest, because we have been playing for like 3 hours and 40-ish minutes. Oh, I was right. 3 hours and 45 minutes. Ooh! But yeah, we've been playing for long enough. The story needs to kick up a gear, and it's going to. Oh yeah.
Are you ready, Zael? Right. Time for work. Don't let me down.